Hello everyone, and welcome to the lecture on indexing and slicing arrays. In this lecture, we'll see how we can index arrays. Let's start by creating an array using NumPy's arrange method, and we'll save our array in a variable called array1. So np.arrange, let's say 14. So this will create an array with elements from 0 to 13, and we can perform index. For instance, if we want to find out the element at index 3, we can simply say array1, then pass the index at index 3, and that will give us 3. Let's create another array, and let's save this in a variable called array1. So np.arrange, let's create an array from 2 to 35 in step sizes of, let's say 3. Let's call our array1 object. So our array contains these elements. Let's do some indexing. Let's find out the element at index 4. So array1 at index 4, that will give us 14. We can also do negative indexing. If we want to find out the element at index negative 3, that means negative indexing starts from the end. So this is index number -1, this is -2. So -3 will be 26. So if we run this, we get 26. We can also perform array slicing. So we can pass indexing as a slice. What do I mean by that? I can say array1 from index, let's say 3 to 7. So that will give me elements. So this is index 0, 1, 2, 3. So I'll get index 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 11, 14, 17, and 20. Let's look at that. 11, 14, 17, and 20. And we can also assign this slice to a new value. So we can assign this slice. Right now, my array slice from index 3 to 7 have the elements 11, 14, 17, and 20. But now I can take this slice and then assign it to a different value. For instance, I can set it to be equal to, let's say 16. And now, if I call my array1 object, I see that elements from index 3 to 7 have the new value 16. So index, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now they have a new value of 16 instead of this value, right? And I can also take this array slice from array1 from index 3 to 7, and I can even index a specific element and change the value. So let's say, so we have our array1 from index 3 to 7, right? And let's save this in another variable called array slice. So now my array slice object has these elements. So if I call my array slice, I have 16, 16, 16, 16, right? I can access any element in this array slice and change the values to a new value. So I can say array slice at index number, let's say 3, I can set it to be equal to, let's say 28 instead of, so array slice at index 3 means index 0, 1, 2, 3. So I set it to 28. Now in this case, if I call my original array1 object, I will get 28. See, earlier it was 16, 16, 16, 16. Now the last element is 28 because I have accessed or indexed the last element in the array slice and then assigned a new value of 28 to that element at index 3 in my array slice. Similarly, if I want to change these elements to a new value, I can access it by using indexing. So array slice, and then we can access it. Let's say we can change the elements from index 1 to 3. That means index 1 and 2. So this is index 0, 1, and 2. And we can assign a new value to them. Let's say 1, 2, 3. Now if I call my original array1 object, we have two new elements, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So these are some of the things that we can do with indexing and slicing. Great. And in the next lecture, we'll look at indexing and slicing in two-dimensional arrays. Thank you, everyone.